Hi guys! So in this video I'm going to be sharing one of my favourite things with you. Some of you may know, but probably most of you don't, that I do quite a lot of green juicing, and it's something that I've done since, I don't even remember what year. I've done it for a really long time, probably somewhere around 2012 is my guess. And I love it. There are lots of different benefits to juicing, but this isn't going to be a video about all the benefits of juicing. There's loads out there. And if you've ever watched the documentary Fat, Sick and Nearly Dead, or Nearly Dying, by a chap called Joe, you should definitely watch it. It's really interesting, and it's great to see how much juicing can actually really help support somebody get better. So I wanted to talk to you about juicing because it's one of my favorite things. Now, the reason it's become one of my favorite things is because with my allergies and my eczema, I find that it really helps reduce the inflammation in my system. It also gives me a bit of a kick into a more healthy way of eating and living. So sometimes when I've fallen off the bandwagon a little bit and I've ended up having maybe some sugar for over a weekend or for a couple of weeks, I'll snap myself back into a really healthy way of living through kicking off with a green juice. Now, loads and loads of people love juices. You can buy quite a few of them in the supermarkets now, but there's actually mostly smoothies and less juices. So the juices tend to have less pulp, whereas the smoothies have all the pulp in it. And there's all sorts of debates out there about whether it's better to have more pulp or less pulp and all that kind of stuff, because obviously fibre is good in your diet. But I'll let you make your own decisions about that. I stuck with this because I like it, and I kind of like that zesty taste that you get with a green juice, and I love the fact that you can get such a kick from all those micronutrients in such an easy digestible way. So let's have a go. Okay, so we have 1.5 cucumbers, we have a handful of kale, maybe a handful or two, 4 limes. I'm going to use 2 sprigs of celery and 1 green apple. It's really important that it's a green apple and not a red apple or a golden apple, because green apples are the lowest in sugar, although they're the best, basically. I bought a really small juicer because we live in a really small flat and I didn't want it to take up loads of space. Most of the juicers that are on the market are huge and they can take whole fruits as they are. And I think that might be the best solution for most people out there, but if you live in a really small space, I'll link the details of this juicer below. Okay, so now we're going to cut it up so it can fit inside. So it is all cut up, and I have remembered that I quite often like to throw in a little bit of mint into this particular green juice. I should have mentioned earlier, this is a very low sugar version of a green juice, which is why there's only 1 small apple in it. If it was a particularly big apple, I'd have probably put half an apple in. So now what we're going to do is put it all through the juicer. The only thing that really can be useful to know when you're doing this is to put in things like the kale first, and then make sure that the more watery vegetables go in last to help flush it through and make sure you get as much juice as is possible. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so the other thing you should know is sometimes juices can be quite loud, and so this video doesn't get loud and annoying in your ears. We're gonna film this but put a little bit of music over the top so you can watch it and not have any other noise. the green juice is made, it's really important to clean the juicer as quickly as possible because otherwise it's actually quite difficult to get all the dried vegetable stuff off. So it's really easy, just have to pull it apart and then rinse it. So now the juice is made, and as you can see here, we've actually got quite a lot left over, so I'll probably be drinking this through the remainder of the day. Cheers. That's good. Normally I put ginger in my drinks, but I fancied putting lime in instead, and it works really, really well. I like that. Now, bear in mind, if you've just had a bag of popcorn and Pepsi Max and all sorts of sugar-laden things, this probably won't taste quite as good as it does to me because I've not been having sugar for, what is it, over a week or so? So your taste buds begin to change and you start tasting things a lot more intensely rather than just looking for that sugar taste. But, well, not everybody loves sugar. It's just that I used to be quite a significant sugarholic, which I probably still am. It's just I'm not feeling it right now because I'm not having any sugar. So if you'd like to try it out, please do, and let me know in the comments how you like this video. Now there are loads and loads of different juices out there. Like I said, this is only one that we've chosen because it's such a small apartment, and I might see if I can find a link to some of the others that are really good. And there's all sorts of debates out there about what type of juices are the best and how long you're allowed to keep them and all that kind of stuff, but I'm not really that pedantic about that type of stuff. What's important to me is, does it taste good? Do I enjoy it? And does it make me feel good? And ultimately, green juices make me feel good. They reduce the inflammation in my body, my eczema clears up, and my stomach feels great. So for me, it's a win-win. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.